Hello, my name is Rob and I am excited for Download Festival 2022. It will have been 3 years since the last Download Festival, and so I am expecting to see a lot of new faces. So I figured this was a great time to do a tips and tricks video for camping at a festival. If you've got any other great tips or tricks or advice, let me know in the comments, but otherwise let's get into it. This is 10 tips and tricks for camping at Download Festival 2022. Number 1, plan. If you're the kind of person who rocks up to a festival with nothing but your ticket and a vague idea of the people you're camping with, that's great! I don't understand you at all. I like to plan my festivals to the last detail. And also, if you are that kind of person, you're probably not the kind of person who's going to watch this video. So this is advice for people who are like me. So plan. Plan the bands you're going to see using the website Clash Finder. If you're going with a group of people, plan who is going to bring what. You don't need everyone to bring their own kettle or airbed pump or chess set. You can all just share one. It saves on space and travelling, and it saves you money when you're all buying the stuff. At the festival, make a note of where you parked the car, because when you're traipsing back to it, you will forget where you parked it. Make a rendezvous point in the arena so that in between the bands you can hang out with your friends, and plan where you want to camp. And on the topic of where you want to camp, number 2, plan where you want to camp. Now, I'm not going to tell you that there's a science or an art to where you want to camp, but there are some tips I can give you that will help. First off, don't camp right next to the path, because of all the traffic of people walking past, it's going to get really annoying, especially at night when you're trying to sleep. Plus, if it rains and that path gets muddy, that mud is going to get on your tent, it's going to be awful, it's going to be like living in a swamp, and no one wants to live like Shrek. Also, don't camp too far away or too near to the toilets. Too close to them and you're going to get the smell of the toilets and it's going to be awful. Too far away and, well, you're going to have a long walk to go to the toilet. No one wants that either. Number 3, cook your meals. Food vans at festivals are expensive, and what with the cost of the ticket and travel and alcohol, it's already an expensive weekend. You don't need to inflate that by going to food vans 3 times a day. Buying your own stuff and cooking it on a hexi stove or a disposable barbecue is going to be so much cheaper, plus you can make as much as you want. I always find with the food vans that they give you just a little bit less food than I actually want. So buy pot noodles, tin food, burgers, sausages, like all of these things are classic festival foods for a reason. They're easy to make, they're really nice, and they are perfect for a hangover. I did once see the people camping next to me making fresh guacamole, which is a little bit excessive, but I like that they put the effort in. Number 4, plan for the weather, not your hopes. Yes, the festival might be lovely and bright and sunny and warm for 5 days, and so you should definitely bring your shorts, your t-shirts, basically whatever you want to wear. But remember that it might be windy and cold and stormy for 5 days, and so you should plan for that as well. Bring warm clothes, bring extra layers, bring a hat, bring a coat. I've definitely turned into my dad since turning 30. Bring a coat. But it's true. Bring a coat. Also bring a poncho. It's like a coat, but it's much smaller. Do they look cool? No. Will they keep you dry? Yes. But seriously, there's nothing worse than being caught in a rainstorm and then realising you have nothing else to change into. Number 5, bring a truck or trolley or sack barrow. How much can you carry? Yeah, no, you can't. Or at least you can't carry all of that from your car / train / coach all the way to the entrance and then all the way to the campsite. So reduce how much you're taking or bring a truck. In fact, reduce how much you're taking and bring a truck. You know what I mean when I say truck / trolley / sack barrow, the thing they brought Hannibal Lecter out in. In fact, one sec. One of these, bring a truck. It makes carrying so much stuff so much easier. Your back will thank you. Now let's do some quick fire bits of advice that are really good bits of advice but didn't really deserve their own section. A. Put some beer cans under your tent to keep them cold. The cold ground and the dark ground sheet is going to insulate it and keep them cold. B. Vendor prices are not all the same. Wander around and you may find a really good deal. Don't go straight for the first burger van that you see. C. Go to the toilets as early in the day as possible just after they've been cleaned. They still won't be clean, but they'll be the cleanest that they're going to be all day. D. If you want to get a better view of the stage and you don't mind having a slightly skewed view, go down the sides. You're going to get so much closer to the stage than if you barge your way through from the back. E. Take a towel. Listen to Towelie and Douglas Adams. They know what they're talking about. It's weird to talk about those two people in the same sentence. A towel can be used to dry yourself off if it rains, obviously, but you can also fold it up and use it as a pillow or an extra blanket at night if you get cold. And F, bring extra tissues just in your pocket because you never know when you might need them, especially in the toilets when they run out of toilet paper. Anyway, back to the proper tips and advice. Number 6, plastic bags. Big plastic bags, small plastic bags, tiny plastic bags. Plastic bag, ingredients. Cling film. So, big plastic bags can be used for holding your rubbish, obviously. Small plastic bags can be used to hold any dirty or wet clothes. Tiny plastic bags can be used to hold your toiletries, or you can put bread and things in there if you don't want them to get stale or wet. And cling film is great if you put everything on the truck, you can wrap it in this and make sure it doesn't all fall off. Seriously, plastic goddamn bags. Number 7, see the music. Now I know that sounds silly, I mean it's a music festival.
Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think McFly.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that yes, go see all the bands you want to see, but don't just see them. Go see some random band you've never heard of just because you like the name. I discovered one of my all-time favourite bands, NoFX, because I randomly saw them at Reading Festival in 2010 because they looked cool. And if you see a band that's quite small and then they get famous, you can be that guy who's like, oh yeah, them, I saw them back before they were famous. Number 8, don't see the music. Well, I mean, obviously do go see the music, but that's not the point I'm making, plus it makes a really good title of a piece of advice. The point is that Download Festival, like other festivals, is not just a music festival. It's got a lot of other stuff going on that you should definitely check out. Go to the cinema tent and watch stuff outside with people. Go to the comedy tent and check out some amazing comedians. In previous years, Download Festival has had a bunch of weird, extra fun things going on, like an inflatable church to have fake weddings. They had speed dating once. There was even the ill-fated zip line. Go and see everything the festival has to offer and you will have a much more varied and fun experience than if you just went and saw all of the bands. Number 9, talk to your neighbours. When you are camping at a music festival, you are camping in a field surrounded by potential friends. You know you at least like the same kind of music. You may make some new friends for life, or you may just have a great chat with someone that you never see again. At the very least, it changes the campsite experience from just camping in a field with other people to more of a community. And again, it adds to your festival experience. And number 10, get there early. Download Festival is a 5-day festival, assuming you paid for the 5-day ticket. And on the Wednesday, the doors open at 12. So what time do you arrive? 12? No, by then the queue will be a mile long. Get there as early as possible, as close to the opening of the car park, basically. Yes, it will mean waiting in the queue for longer, but let's face it, anytime you show up on the Wednesday, you're going to be waiting in the queue for a long time. It's your festival and you want to have as much of it as possible, so get there as early as possible. At the minute, we are planning to arrive around 10 AM, although I'm still pushing for more like 8. And that is my 10 tips and tricks for camping at Download Festival 2022. Again, if you have any other fun tips and tricks, please do let me know in the comments. Please do like and subscribe if you liked this video. My name is Rob, and I will see you in another video very soon.